This is my final presentation. So, my why. The reason I decided to go into physical education and coaching is because I love to see growth in people and young adults, soon to be adults. I feel like it's a very pivotal point in their lives where they need um, a good role model. And as a physical education teacher, I can help set them up for success rather further in their future lives. The role of a professional is to help students build themselves up and to be the healthiest version of themselves. This is just another reason why I wanted to be a PE teacher, is to help develop students and create healthy habits that they will look back on, and when they're older, and just think, oh, I remember doing this in PE. This is really good, and this is a way that I can get myself moving. Um, Deliberating future challenges. I think that there's a lot of challenges that could come in the future, especially in education. I want to run my class a certain way, in a way that is not just playing games, but setting goals for ourselves and for the students, and then setting goals that they can achieve within the time that they're with me. And so I think that with that, there's going to be a lot of grades involved that are more than just participation, and I think that there's a lot of pushback that could be from that. Lessons from the field: control the controllables, learn to be flexible, and know the students you're teaching. Build relationships. It's the best way to have a good classroom, because then they see you as a person and not just somebody that's kind of bossing them around. The ideal professional is relatable, patient, and positive and enthusiastic with the students. Building relationships, again, like similar to what I said, is the best way to have a good class, and just have a sense of, let the students see who you are as a person, rather than just somebody that is older than them and they have to sometimes listen to. Negative modeling that I've seen is a little bit of a favoritism, maybe a poor lack of communication, clarity, and lack of preparation. I think that there's some days that we just rolled the ball out because there just wasn't anything prepared. And then favoritism comes around, which is hard to not have, because you really like the athletes that are in your class, or the kids that like to do whatever you're doing that day. And it's just something that you kind of have to battle day in and day out. Core strengths. I feel like I am positive and encouraging. I have a good ability to connect with students, and I have good communication, because communication is key to building relationships. And at the end of the day, that's what I enjoy doing, and that's why I want to go into this field. I feel like I'm super positive, and I have a lot of energy, and I think that having a lot of energy and being positive really can boost the morale in a classroom and increase student involvement. Areas of growth is becoming more patient, improving in my confident speaking and time management. I think that there's a couple times at class where I kind of lost track of time, or didn't I had too much time and I needed something else to do. And then just being more confident in my speaking, not fumbling over words, and just talking with confidence. And then being more patient with kids, because they're gonna have high days and they're gonna have low days, and just kind of realizing that and working with them. Philosophy of behavior management: a mutual respect, it's the relationships, preventing problems through structure by having a routine set every day. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. And then positive reinforcement, rather than talking down on students, building them up in the little things that they're doing well. The educator's role in student conduct, I think it's good to set clear expectations, not necessarily rules, but like this is what is expected in the class. Because I feel like kids hear the word rules and they're like, oh no, or they might say that this is, this is something that I can go and break. That's not what we want. Model appropriate behavior, just kind of lead by example, and then addressing issues quickly and at the source, rather than waiting for something to kind of boil over, kind of just jump on it real quick. My classroom management strengths, I believe I'm a good listener. I like to hear out both sides really fast, and then building trust between the student and teacher by building that relationship, and then having fair and consistent decision making. Like if this is what happens, this is how we handle it, and not kind of bending the rules for students. Something that I can be improving on is being more assertive, and just saying, no, this is what we need to do, rather than kind of being a little bit lenient, but being more assertive in everything around. Improving in conflict resolution. I might be good at listening, but how do I, handle those conversations? And then realizing that there are good days and bad days. That's just kind of goes along with that patience I talked about earlier. And then my final statement is that teaching and coaching are more than just physical skills and strength. It's developing students as a whole person. And my goal is to create a positive environment where students can develop to the best person and the best version of themselves. At the end of the day, I want to inspire a lifelong appreciation for physical activity and personal growth, by instilling healthy habits and